to have.
Yes, Master.
Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm doing a Star Wars book review, and that is Last Shot by Jose Daniel Older. The story of this book is, it's jumping back and forth to Han Solo's early life as the owner of the Falcon and the last couple of years of Lando owning the Falcon, because the whole story is interconnected to this guy who's from Utapau, basically a surgeon who got displaced by the Clone Wars, turns into something of a mad scientist, putting together droid parts and creature parts, trying to make this army because he believes the entire galaxy is corrupt with organics. It's just like, it's really, really, really weird, the backbone of the story. But yeah, and it starts off in the about 3 years after Battle of Endor. Little Ben Solo's about 2 years old, and Lando pops up at Han and Leia's apartment on Chandrilla, saying that some droids are trying to kill him. And so there's this big thing, like all the droids are starting to turn on their people or something like that. There's this big, like, master command of all the droids that were manufactured on Bespin, both before Lando took over and after. So yeah, that's tens of thousands of droids across the galaxy, and yeah, bad news. All programmed by this really, really crazy guy, you know, mad scientist, sort of a Dr. Frankenstein. Ah, it's alive! Anyway, what I liked most about this book were the portrayal of Han Solo. I think this guy got Han pretty dead on. I mean, I could practically hear Han's voice speaking some of this dialogue and his easy drawl, and, you know, he's all casual about everything, and it's just, yeah, he pretty much captured the essence of Han Solo and who he is. I also liked Han and Leia's relationship. I mean, it doesn't seem like volatile at this point. They are very loving and, you know, light jabs to one another every so often, and it's really nice to see. And Leia is very, very patient and understanding with Han, even though he has basically no idea what he's doing as far as fatherhood goes, and he always feels inadequate, like he's always screwing up. He's like, oh, why can't I do this right? But Leia's being patient with him, you know, because, you know, parenting is a learning experience. Nobody really knows how to do it, and you gotta have to make it up as you go. So that was really neat to see. Another thing I really liked about this book was Baby Ben Solo. He's about 2 years old in this book, and he's absolutely adorable. He's, as I suspected initially, a very sensitive little boy, kind of clingy. He hates it when his dada goes away, and whenever he's on the hologram, he perks up. He's, Dada, come back, Dada. I was like, oh my heart, just an adorable little boy. A little bit of a mama's boy, too. Leia seems to really, really understand him at this point. That little guy is so cute. Knowing what happens to him later is kind of like, oh, darn it. Anyway, I wish just we could reach in and save him from what's going to happen in the future. Okay, so that was what I liked about the book. What I disliked most about the book, number one thing, the language. I know I'm probably nitpicking about this, but apart from the X-Wing novels and maybe one or two others, there have been very, very few books in any of the Star Wars, either Legends or new canon books in Star Wars, that have had this much language. There's none of them that have had this much language. And usually it's been like a Star Wars piece of profanity that's been invented, or else a D or an H. This one was full of A words, which is, the reason this bugs me is because the origin of that particular piece of profanity is, it's the technical name for a donkey. People would say Jack, donkey rear end, and then it just became the colloquial term for someone's butt. So, if this is a galaxy far, far away, how are there donkeys for there to be an A word? I mean, I'm sorry. Maybe it's a nitpick. Maybe I'm being too sensitive, but it just threw me off, the sheer amount of language in this book. It was more than in the Han Solo movie. And what really threw me off was even Leia was using profanity, and we have never, ever seen any portrayal of Leia in books, movies, or otherwise where she swears. I mean, ever. So that's kind of like, whoa. Anyway, the swearing felt too modern, and it just did not fit the... It's the same gripe I have with some of the swearing that was in Last Jedi and Solo. So that being said, it's a fairly well-written book, although by the end I was kind of saying, okay, come on, enough with the backstories. The way it jumped back and forth was a little bit weird, but I can see they were trying to build a story. But it just wasn't my style. I'll probably be keeping this book. I don't know how many more times I'm going to read it, but the portrayal of Little Ben may be handy for some future fan fiction, so okay, I'll keep it around. But yeah, that's been my review of Last Shot by Jose Daniel Older. And that's all for today. Thank you guys for watching. If you like this video and you want to see more G-rated Star Wars content, go ahead and click that little subscription button down below. Question of the day: is there another Star Wars book, either new canon or old canon, you think I should review? If so, go ahead and post a comment below and I'll try and get to it when I can. Oh yes, and one more thing. One little announcement I'd like to make. I know I should have made it last week, but oh well. I finally figured the next live stream question and answer session has been planned, and it is going to be this Saturday at 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, which is 8 a.m. Pacific Time and 11 a.m. Eastern Time. I haven't yet worked it out as to what time it's going to be in Europe or whatever, but again, I'm trying to keep it sort of early in the morning so our friends from Europe can tune in. If it's too early for you, I'm going to be on until about 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, depending on whether or not I lose my voice when I have a great big glass of water with me to make sure that doesn't happen. So, I'll see you guys on Saturday, and until next time, this is the Clumsy Jedi signing off. Bye, guys.